Well, I just told them they earned it, and I give Denver a lot of credit. They fought like crazy all year to put themselves in that position, and they played great basketball. So, it was a tough win, but it was a good one.
The ability to play single coverage on somebody like Jokic and do it as well as Taj did.
Yeah, he made some tough shots too. I thought, they were guarded well, and he's that gifted. And then Taj really put a lot of pressure on him, and you're hoping at the end you can come up with a couple missed shots and some rebounds. I thought we had a number of guys just play real tough, and that's what we needed.
Forces a turnover in regulation, and he forces that shot clock violation. Really kind of turned the game.
Yeah, you can't say enough about him. He's banged up pretty good. And he told me after the shoot-around that he was from Brooklyn, so he said he'd be fine. But that type of toughness, that's what you need to win. And Jimmy, doing what he did, to come back, off the injury and just to gut it out. And we had everyone step up. I thought Karl was huge. Wig making those 2 big free throws, and he got some big rebounds for us when it really mattered. Tough plays he made. So that was great to see. I thought our bench gave us good minutes. And, that had a Game 7 feel to it.
The refs let him go. How would you describe the physical nature of the game?
By today's standards? Or, it was 2 teams that were really fighting for something that both teams wanted very badly. So I thought overall, the game was officiated well, and it's not an easy game to officiate, because there is contact virtually on every play, and then you have to determine which ones are fouls and which ones are play-ons. So it wasn't an easy game. I thought we had some tough calls early go against us, but I want to get a look at that charge that Jimmy took. It looks square on the numbers to me, but sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But you can't. You have to be able to play through all that stuff. That's part of the game. So.
You called for more toughness these last couple weeks. Jimmy has too. Is this kind of what you've been waiting to see?
Yeah, and not just physical toughness, the mental toughness as well. And, like to rebound in traffic, to take a charge, to put your body on somebody. Those are the things that you have to do. You have to do it on every play. So I thought that this was a good opportunity for our young guys to grow and learn, and so I'm proud of them. We're in, but I don't want us to feel good about just being in. I want us to be ready.
When you go out and get Jimmy, you bring Taj aboard, is this kind of the moment you have in mind to elevate the group you had to moments like this?
Yeah, I think that, I knew coming in, the thing that was appealing to me was the challenge of it all. That to know that there were some good young players here, but it was also a franchise that had not won in a long time. And so could you build it? That was the big question. And so, as I said, you lay your foundation the first year, you learn, and you try to improve. And that's what we've done. It's been step by step, day by day. And there's still a lot of room for us to improve. We know that. So even through disappointment, when you lose a game, it's to look at it as more of a learning experience so you could get better. And I think our guys did that.
Tom, do you have any early thoughts on facing Houston in that first round?
When you look at the season they've had, the record tells you how good they are. So they have a lot of weapons. We're going to have to go in and play with great intensity on every play. But you have to play strong on both sides of the ball, too. You have to be able to score against them, and you have to be able to defend. Obviously a team that has, James Harden, Chris Paul, you got two superstars, and then you can't overlook the rest of those guys. Those guys star in their roles. You look at Capella and what he does, a P.J. Tucker, a Rizzo, all those guys. They're just tough-minded. They've been around. We're going to have to be ready. We know, they're going to shoot a lot of threes. They're going to try to get to the free throw line. They've had a great season.
Tom, obviously making the playoffs is a big step for any young team, but from a personal standpoint, what is the kind of satisfaction you get being able to deliver this team back to the playoffs after 14 years?
Well, I'm proud of the players. I think the work that they've put in, and the growth that they've had over the year is something that I respect greatly. And I told them that today. I said, you've earned the opportunity. Now we have to act on it. They don't give you wins. You have to go out there and earn it. So I'm glad in some ways that we had to win the game and play our way in, because you want to earn things. I think that's important. And to look at where we are today from where we were 2 years ago, I think it's been great growth.
What did you think of the atmosphere tonight?
It was great. I don't want to overlook, today was Fan Appreciation Day, and we certainly appreciate the support that we've gotten this year. So you come in and the building's filled and the fans are into it. So I know our players, our organization, we certainly appreciate it.
This team has a tendency in crunch time to rely on Jimmy in isolation a lot. Is that something you prefer to have happen, or is that something that just happens?
No, in most teams, like you're running pick and roll. Most teams are going to run pick and roll in the fourth quarter. So you're trying to look at what they're doing, and then oftentimes what you end up with is either you're getting trapped or you're getting the switch. So when you get the switch, how are you attacking the switch? And then they did some good stuff with their switching that we got hesitant on, and also we've had a lot of different lineups right now, so it's just finding a way to win. Sometimes it's not pretty, but the one thing that we've done all year is we've scored very well in the fourth quarter. The concern has been more on the defensive end. So we're one of the highest scoring teams in the league. We're one of the highest scoring teams in the fourth quarter. So we know we have good weapons that we can go to. And then it's when a primary scorer gets double teamed, can we get to the spacing that we need to get to? Because it should be easy offense. And that's what we're trying to work on.
Tom, as hard a worker as you are, do you allow yourself 15 to 20 minutes to celebrate this before you dive back into film?
Yeah, no, as I tell the players, enjoy it tonight, and then tomorrow let's be ready to go. And they've earned it. The last month hasn't been easy. If you looked at the injury, and not just with Jimmy but Jeff as well, and then if you looked at the schedule during that time, it wasn't an easy path for us. So we had to fight to get in. And the good part of it is I think it does make you stronger. But all year, I think you begin the season thinking about, hopefully playing your best down the stretch to play in the playoffs. Those are your goals you certainly want to achieve. So I think how you approach the season, and the same thing, every game matters. Everything matters, whether it's a film session, a meeting, a game. And then after the game, I don't want them to feel too good. Otherwise, we won't be ready for Houston. But enjoy it tonight, and then tomorrow, let's get ready and get prepared. Preparation is so important. Certainly when you get to the playoffs, a mental mistake could be the difference between moving on and going home.